Pink Slime Cube.
Pink Slime Cube proudly presents Wall Walker Randy, as written and read by Richard C. Morgan. Rent was cheap at Queenside Estates, formerly Queenside Inn. Sure, the roaches, the electrical issues, and the black mold all factored into the low price point, but one of the biggest determining factors was Randy. Randy could walk through walls. Some kids had extra chromosomes. Randy had extra electrons. This was discovered in the maternity ward the night that he was born. The nurse gently lowered him into his little bed, and he fell right through and hit the floor. From then on, there was no containing him. He could walk through walls, baby gates, restraints in high chairs, you name it, and it wasn't a barrier. Not to him. It was only natural that the entire property of Queenside Estates would become his personal playground. I mean, what were his parents going to do? Send him to his room? So you could pay the cheapest rent in town if you could put up with your things either disappearing or moving, with eggs being pulled from your refrigerator and splattering against the back of your head later, or waking up to an ice cube in your butt crack. One day, when Randy was 8 years old, he saw another moving van in the parking lot. Not an uncommon sight. Once he could tell that it was somebody moving in and not out, he fumbled his hands like a fly. A new neighbor. He would have to give them a proper welcome. His personal record for getting a new neighbor to move out was 4 days, so he'd start working on them as soon as they were all settled in. He could hardly wait. He waited until the new neighbor was taking a shower. That would be the best time. Catch them with their pants down, or off entirely. Randy climbed a few stairs and walked through a few walls, and then he was in the right apartment. He beelined for the bathroom, and was halted in his steps. The new neighbor was a large man carpeted with coarse hair. There were 2 especially bushy tufts on his shoulders. Structurally, he was like a muffin. The hair in his many folds crinkled and crunched, but it was clear that there were rippling muscles underneath the acres of cellulite. He had a filled donut in his mouth. One hand scrubbed his vast flab with a live howler monkey that wanted no part in any of this. The other hand grasped a microwaved cantaloupe with a hole cut into it, which was clearly the man's date for the night. Randy caused no trouble for the new neighbor. He just went home. He stayed there. He minded walls, doors, and other barriers as if they were as solid to him as anyone else. His childhood goals of exploring Area 51 and other restricted areas of the world, well, they evaporated. He became an accountant, a predictable occupation, a safe one that would let him work inside buildings full of safe barriers, walls and cubicles and locked doors. And he never, ever ate cantaloupe again. Oh, hey! Looks like you found another tape. I don't really have anything to say, other than it's the end of the episode. Yeah, that's flash fiction for you. Poof! Over with. But if I can get enough listeners here on Spotify, so I can run ads, I'll bump it up to more than 1 story per episode. So please, share the joys of Pink Slime Cube with everyone you know. I'm Richard. Thanks for listening.